Good morning, everyone. So we are in Grand Rapids right now. We are about halfway on our journey up to Mackinaw Island. So we stayed here last night. We're just about to head up to the ferry. I think from here it's about a three and a half hour drive, but we'll be stopping along the way, so it'll probably take about 4 hours. I think it's around 8 a.m. right now. So we should get there around noon and then hop on the ferry and hopefully get to the island around maybe 2 or 3 p.m. So yeah, I think the next time you see me, it'll be 4 hours into the future.
And you will get wet. For all of our boat aficionados wanting to know a little bit more about the Wyandotte, she was built in Lafitte, Louisiana in 1979.
And here it is, folks, the mighty Mackinaw Bridge. Construction on the bridge started in the spring of 1954 and was completed and opened to traffic November 1st, 1957. And at just shy of 5 miles long, it was the longest suspension bridge in the world. Today it ranks number 13 on the same list. However, it is still the longest suspension bridge in the Western Hemisphere. For size comparison, the Brooklyn Bridge in New York in its entirety would fit between those two white towers and stand half as tall.
We are sweaty, but we are here and I am really excited. So it was about, I'd say, a little bit under 3.5 hours to get to the ferry. The ferry was super fast. I didn't expect it to be as efficient as it was. I think when we parked at the ferry parking lot, we were on the ferry within 5 to 10 minutes. And then it was about a 20-minute boat ride. It was really cool. It went under the bridge. I think I got some footage of that. So it was a 20-minute boat ride in. We got here, we checked in, we registered for the show, and now we are in our room. And this room is what I would love to have my bedroom at home look like. I don't know if I can convince my husband of that, but I figured I will show you around what it looks like. Everything here, and I knew this before coming here, is like very bright, very colorful, very well decorated, at least in my opinion. So our room is pink, which is my favorite color. So I was really excited when we walked in. They have really beautiful floral wallpaper and then some really cool old prints here of plants. So like this is right up my alley. Mirror, beautiful. The bed here, also pink. Don't mind my husband's coat. And then everything else in here is pink. So the room is really beautiful. Not that we'll be in here much. And then we also have the balcony here. So the balcony, the view is just amazing. Let me take you out here. We have the lake over there, obviously. And then a bunch of also really beautiful houses. So coming over here, I assume, I don't know if these are bed and breakfasts, people's homes, but either way, they're beautiful. The gardens everywhere are beautiful. We've only seen a little bit so far, but I am already in love. So when we got in to Mackinaw Island, we grabbed lunch really quickly, and then we walked from the ferry to the hotel, which is what caused us to get so sweaty. I expected it to be cooler here, that I think it's about the same as in Chicago right now. So that was about, I'd say, a 10-minute walk from the restaurant here. We did pass by some really pretty gardens. I don't think any of the ones that are specifically on like the garden show walk, but I mean, everything here is just so beautiful. I love being able just to walk and not worry about cars. Trying to think, we passed by a bunch of gift shops. We didn't stop yet. I think we're gonna do that either tonight or one of the other days that we're here, but there's a bunch of fudge shops, a bunch of ice cream shops, a bunch of really cute gift stores. We passed by a ton of horse and carts. I think that's what they're called. But it's just been really fun so far. Everyone here is really nice in the line for the registration and in the line to check into the hotel. We talked to a lot of people. Some people it's their first time. Some people have been going here for 8 years for the show. So everyone's just been incredibly nice that we've ran into so far on the trip. So fingers crossed that stays the way for the rest of the trip. I think on the agenda for the rest of today, there is a welcome cocktail hour, I think around 5:30. We're probably gonna eat dinner at the hotel because that's included with the whole hotel garden show package. And then I think we're gonna walk around a little bit more because again, yeah, we really just came from the restaurant to here. Didn't veer too far off course since we were carrying some of our luggage with us, although not all of it, thank goodness. So yeah, I think we're gonna relax. We got a bunch of stuff from the Grand Garden Show, like little goodie bags. I'll show you maybe some of the things that we got. So I'm gonna go through that, read all the stuff about the event so I kind of have an idea of what's going on, and then yeah, we'll just enjoy the rest of our first evening here. And then tomorrow morning is when all of the actual garden show like sessions and then the actual tours start. So yeah, I'm just really excited to be here. I feel like I could live here and be happy, but I'd probably miss having a car at some point. I don't know. Everything on this island is just beautiful. Let me show you some of the stuff that was in the gift bags, because there's a lot of brands that I recognize, even though I don't necessarily use them on my own. We have some gloves here from Felco. Now, unfortunately, these are a size large, same that was in my husband's bag, so they will fit him, not me. I'll probably give mine to one of the gardeners in Chicago who can fit them. We have some proven winners plant food. We have a little notebook here. Actually, is this a regular notebook? Or is it like a, nope, just regular notebook, and a pen, a garden marker, so this can work outdoors, pad of paper, some Bellini cocktail tomato seeds here, seed starting pots, biotone, which could always use more biotone. This, which I desperately need because I have never ever sharpened my pruners, and I can definitely tell the difference. So I need to sharpen my pruners, so I'm glad I have this. And then just some gardening tools as well. I don't think, pretty sure this is for bulbs? So is this soil scoop? I don't know if I really need this in my garden. In a container garden, I'm gonna usually use my hands anyway, so I might give this away to someone back home as well. Oh, and then let me show you some really cool, like, jar plants. So I have no idea what these are, but they gave them to us at registration, and I was really excited seeing people walking around with jars with plants. But they're from Proven Winners Leaf Joy H2O Mini Easy Care Houseplants. So it says to leave the cork on and then replace the water if needed every 1 to 2 months. So let me turn this around so you can see what it looks like. There's plant 1 and the roots, and plant 2. That one's a little more foggy, but I just think those look really cool. So I'm excited to take them home gently since they're breakable. Good morning, everyone. So it is Monday today, which means that the sessions and garden tours actually start. I think yesterday I left off, we were getting ready to go down to cocktail hour. I brought my camera, but I didn't take any footage because 1, there were so many people around, and 2, everyone here is so friendly that we did not stop having conversations with people the entire time. We even sat with some people we didn't know for dinner, so it was really fun. The highlight though was that I got to meet, very briefly, Laura from Garden Answer. So she was actually in the elevator with us when we went down, and I'm glad there were 2 other people there because they were having conversations because I could not say any words, like nothing was coming out. But then at cocktail hour, people were lining up and got to like briefly talk and take a photo with her, so I got to do that, and that was really fun. So today we are starting again with the kind of official events that are happening today. So we're gonna head down, eat some breakfast, and then start with the sessions.
garden show is back. So how many of you guys, this is your first time here? Holy cow! That's amazing. So welcome to the Grain Garden Show. I'm Marshall Dirks, Vice President of Marketing for Proven Winners, and we are thrilled to have you here. She was hitting it. Oh, she knows how to do it. She was updating the website as fast as she possibly could. You actually did it on Christmas Eve. It was her Christmas present to herself. Oh, from your husband. Okay, so good job on that. So, what's your favorite flower color? Pink. Is this pink enough for you? Oh, yeah. Where did you come from? Chicago. That's where I'm from. Yes. You are going to take this home with you. If you're not familiar with this is Rockin Fuchsia. How many of you like hummingbirds? There's your hummingbird attractor right now. Not Bethany. No, the plant. You can't take Bethany home with you. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I did start in gardening at a very, very young age, very much so thanks to my mother, who's here. You'll probably all meet her throughout the day and tomorrow. It just kind of stuck with me. My first job when I was 12 years old was in a greenhouse, filling flats of soil, and and poking the little teeny impatient seeds in, and I got paid a nickel a flat. And I'll tell you what, I was cranking those suckers out, because I was adamant that I was going to make more than anybody else that was working half as hard as I was.
So we just got back from the morning sessions, and they were pulling some people up on stage at the very beginning, children that had visited and giving some plants, and then they started calling up people who registered really early, and we apparently registered on Christmas Eve. I knew it was in December. I didn't remember how early, and they gave me a plant. So let me show you what plant it is. So I got this Rockin Fuchsia Salvia. It's beautiful and it's supposed to attract hummingbirds, so hopefully I can get some more into the garden this year. It is an annual, so I don't think I can plant it and it'll come back, but I was so excited. I think my husband got some video on my phone of me being called up there, so I will put that in here if he did. And then also we ran into Marilyn, who I guess had left a comment on a previous video that unfortunately her daughter got sick and had to leave the show, but offered me a ticket to Laura's lunch, and I felt kind of bad leaving my husband, but not bad enough to not accept the ticket. So I think, assuming that they will let me in, I have like the little sticker that says I'm going to Laura's lunch. I'm hoping to have lunch with Laura from Garden Answer today. It's not a one-on-one thing, it's like a group of people. So yeah, but it should be exciting. So we'll see how all of that goes. Quick update, I hope the wind isn't blowing too much for you to be able to hear me, but I just came back from the luncheon with Laura. I did not see Marilyn, who is the one that offered me the ticket. So Marilyn, if I don't see you for the rest of this trip, thank you so much. That was an experience that I'm going to remember forever. So again, thank you, because I was not expecting it. And my husband was fine with me leaving him alone for lunch. He was actually able to eat there's like a little restaurant bar area at the top of the hotel, which is really pretty too. So I think now it's time to officially start the garden tours. There's about 3 hours on Monday and Tuesday when the gardens are open, and we might get some rain today around like 3 or 3:30, but tomorrow is looking all good. So I think I'm gonna try to get in half today, half tomorrow, but that's all dependent on the weather. So let's go get started. so active. I don't even know where I've left off, but we just finished dinner and we found out there's a secret garden, and the couple that told us about it showed us a picture. It looks beautiful. So before the sun sets, which is currently happening right now, we're gonna go head down and try to find it. But also, let me show you the sunset because it's really pretty today. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday was amazing. Today is officially day 2, which is the last day of the garden show. So there's more sessions in the morning and then garden tours again from 2 to 5. So we're gonna hit the other half of the gardens. And then we are staying through till the next day. So today should be exciting. I don't know how long we're gonna stay tomorrow and if we'll do a lot or if we're gonna try to fit everything else in that we wanna do today. But first is breakfast, and then the morning session is with Jenny and Laura.
Laura and Jenny.
So we're going to go through real quick, and I'm just going to introduce myself because I know there's some of you guys who haven't watched our videos or don't know where we're from, so I just wanted to do a quick kind of recap. Okay, so my husband and I have a YouTube channel called Garden Answer. We started about 8 years ago, just over 8 years ago. It's crazy to me that, you know, something we started as a hobby. I mean, we were working a full-time job, we were making videos on the side, very much so on the side, could turn into anything. I mean, you know, I told Aaron, I'll give you a year, we'll see what happens. And 2 days before your anniversary, Proven Winners called, he thought it was a talent agency. I was like, no, we have to respond to these people. So it's been a really wonderful partnership, beautiful relationships created, throughout the years. So really special. So our videos could be anything from garden tours, you know, showing what's going on. This was in June this year, all the way through like growing flowers, arranging them, cooking stuff that comes out of the garden, that sort of thing. So
hello friends, welcome. My name is Jenny Simpson. My husband Jerry and I own Creekside Nursery in Dallas, North Carolina. That is just west of Charlotte, very close to the South Carolina line. We do own Creekside Nursery, so we are a grower retailer. We sell all of these fantastic plants directly to our customers. They come see us from all over, and it is just such a fun experience. This year, we really have focused on developing different gardens at the nursery and at the house. This is one that we were putting in. These are our trial beds, where Proven Winners and other companies send us plants that we can really test and see how they do.
We are back in the secret garden, which I think is one of my favorite places on Mackinaw Island, and we're probably going to come back here at least one more time before we leave tomorrow.
Your point down the road. So just I'll walk you around and tell you some facts here and there about the house and the gardens. If you have any questions at all, just let me know. Cutting garden with peonies that are not in season right now, but everyone said they were. No, we'll bring it. You'll set it down. Oh, I know. Let's go to Angela's.
So we just finished up the second day of garden tours, which is the last day, and I am happy and exhausted, which I think is how you're supposed to end the Grand Garden Show. I would say this is definitely not a relaxing vacation choice, specifically going to the Grand Garden Show, because you know you're up early for breakfast and you have the sessions and you have the tours, so you're kind of go go go, but it's been absolutely fantastic. So yesterday we did a cluster, about half of the gardens that are closest to the hotel, and we just walked through there until we got caught in the rain, then we took a carriage back. Today we decided to go to the cluster that's further out, and a couple are, I think it was maybe like a 25 to 30 minute walk back from the two that were the furthest. I think we got to about 18,000 steps today, but it was worth it because there were just so many gorgeous gardens. They're all different, they're all amazing. They've all given me inspiration for a lot of plants that I do not have room for. But in case you haven't been, I wanted to kind of talk about how the tours worked. I've either already put in actual footage from the tours or will add some later, but I didn't know if it was something where you could just kind of walk in and out of people's gardens, because that's what I've been on as far as like the Bucktown Garden Walk here in Chicago. But this was a little bit more, I'd say, organized than that. So basically you would go to a garden and you would wait. I think the most we ever waited was like 5 to 10 minutes, but they would take people in groups. So once there was a group of people, a tour guide would come and they'd start taking that group. Then there'd be, again, maybe about 10 minutes between the next group kind of people gathering and going. So you could still go to the gardens on your own time, anytime between 2 and 5, but you did have to wait to actually go into each garden until there was a guided tour available. And I think, so there were 14 houses total. I think if we had either biked or taken the carriages, it could have been possible to hit all 14 gardens in one day. We again split it up and we walked, so we were able to hit about 7 of them each day. But I really loved they were guided tours because there's so much stuff, not even just with the history of the island itself that I wouldn't know, but the history of the homes, why certain plants were chosen. So I absolutely love that there were guides at each of the spaces. I loved all the houses. You're not supposed to pick favorites, but I think my favorite was called the Tea House, which is the one that has just a bunch of rainbow flowers, because that is basically my aesthetic, is as many flowers and as many colors as possible. So I hope I got enough video footage. Again, I was trying to balance between paying attention, being in the moment, and also getting some on video, not just to share with you guys, but also to look back and remember as well, because I'm gonna remember this trip forever. We already know, my husband and I, one, that we have to come back to the Grand Garden Show at some point in the future, but also have to come back just to Mackinaw Island, maybe even when there's not like a certain special festival, just sometime when it's nice outside, and enjoy and explore the rest of the island. Because I mean, it's not a huge island, but there's so much to do. There's no way we were gonna get everything done in just the few days that we were here, but it's truly been amazing. So it is, what time is it right now? About 6:30. We are going to do dinner at a different place. So I thought you got dinner included because of the garden show package when you're at the Grand Hotel, but apparently anytime you stay at the Grand Hotel, the dinner is included. We're going to what I think is called the Jockey Club, which is right across the street, and I think that can also be substituted as dinner at the Grand Hotel. So it's still a Grand Hotel owned restaurant. I'm like 50% sure I'm saying things that are correct, so if I'm not, forgive me or let me know down below. But it's a more casual environment, because as much as I've enjoyed getting dressed up, I think after walking around so much today, I'm just like, I just want to leave my clothes on that I have on right now and not have to change and go to a more relaxed dinner. So we're going to do that as well tonight. I don't know what else we're going to do. We're leaving tomorrow, not super early. We might go like to the piano bar that's upstairs at the top of the hotel. I'm not sure. But I wanted to go ahead and show you the plants I am taking home with me that I have to figure out how exactly I'm going to take them home. So let me show you. One of them was one I won that I already showed you just for signing up early, and then the others are ones that they gave out to everybody as you left. They also did a ton of giveaways. Like, they gave away so much really cool stuff. They even gave away 2 hose links. I did not win a hose link, unfortunately, but I mean, I feel like the Proven Winners team was really generous with how much stuff they brought to give away to everybody. So let me show you the plants that I am taking home with me. So these right here are the plants that I have to get onto the ferry and then into our car and then back to Chicago, which hopefully shouldn't be that hard. At least we're not flying, because a lot of people I know that got house plants and plants like this I think are flying back, so that would be a little bit more difficult. But this is the plant I got just for signing up super early. This is the Rockin Fuchsia Salvia. And then everybody got a bag as they left, which included one of the little quick fire hydrangeas. I'm super excited for this. Oh, I just realized I broke off the label here. Well, I have another one, so move that over to the side. But I'm really excited for these because I love the look of the quick fire hydrangeas, and I'm excited to try this in a container. I mean, it's starting off really small right now, so we'll see kind of how it does in my garden. I'll plan to overwinter it. I'll probably pot it up this fall, overwinter it, and then hopefully it comes back next year. And again, there's a second one back there. And then the other plant that was in there is this heuchera, which is the Dolce Wildberry. This I think I'm going to go ahead and plant down in the parkway, so the area between the sidewalk and the street. I have 2 other heucheras currently in my garden that I'm going to move down as well. And again, 2 of them here because both of my husband and I got a bag as we left. Now, they were obviously giving a bag to every attendee, which included my husband as well. And when we were walking out, the man who was passing out the bags to everyone, my husband said, "Oh, do we just need 1 bag?" And I think this was the first time I've ever death glared at my husband. And I was like, no, we need 2 bags. We're going to get 2 of each plant because there are 2 of us, and I can definitely find places for 4 plants total. So yeah, it was just funny to me. I was like, no, you take that bag of plants home because they will then become my plants. So that is the plan for those. Yeah, again, rest of the day we're just having dinner, relaxing a bit, getting ready to be packed up and leave tomorrow. We're going through, I think we're gonna stop at Traverse City, spend the night in Grand Rapids, and then head back to Chicago on Thursday. I don't know if I will vlog much of anything else. We might try to stop at a lavender farm that was recommended to us in Traverse City, but I don't know if we're gonna have time or be able to do that. So if anything plant related and exciting happens between now and the time we get back to Chicago, I will throw it in this video. If not, then this would be the last part of the video, but I think I'll probably add more, at least show some stuff tomorrow morning before we head out of town. So yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of the day and I will see you tomorrow. So it is Wednesday morning. Today we leave Mackinaw Island, and I was so tired yesterday that I don't know exactly what I said in the video, and I haven't looked back at it yet. So just kind of as a recap, this was fantastic. It's going to be a trip I definitely remember forever. I for sure want to come back to the Grand Garden show again, but also the other shows here, maybe even not a show, and just visit the island and do everything there is to do on Mackinaw kind of on a regular daily basis. So we'll see when the next time is that we make it up here, but it's been truly amazing. So definitely if you love gardens, I would recommend coming, but even my husband, who like appreciates that I like gardens, found it really interesting. I told him he didn't have to attend the sessions in the morning, but he did, and he really liked it. He was amazed by the gardens as well. So I think even if you don't 100% love gardens, or you know your partner's somebody who doesn't 100% love gardens, I do think they would enjoy coming here to Mackinaw Island. So we're gonna do breakfast. I think we're gonna leave here a little bit before noon, hop on the ferry, go back to the mainland, and then start making our way back down to Chicago. Stop in Traverse City, spend the night in Grand Rapids, and then Thursday we'll get finally back home to our cats and to my own garden, which now looks a lot smaller now that I've been here and seen what you can do with a giant yard. So I think that's going to be it for the Grand Garden Show video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know down below. If you were there, I know a couple people were definitely there. Again, thank you, Marilyn, for the Laura Luncheon ticket. Let me know how you liked it. Let me know your favorite garden as well, if you picked one like I did. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.